Electricity Minister Kgosientsho Ramokgopa has refused to be drawn on the cost of the latest energy projects, that have been into with Mozambique. Stephen.
Indeed, Ramokgopa meeting with Mozambique's Mineral Resources Minister, Zacarias, today to discuss the power deal. Under the deal, 100 megawatts will be added onto the grid immediately. Another 600 megawatts will come onto the grid within the next 6 months.
Ziyanda Ngcobo has more on that story.
South Africa's energy grid looks set to get yet another boost with 100 megawatts coming from Mozambique. This is according to Electricity Minister, who met with that country's Mineral Resources Minister, Zacarias, on Monday.
The conversation today, they were able to confirm to us that 100 megawatts is immediately available to us, and of course in the 6 months time we could have an additional 600 megawatts. And then there are issues, just to your questions, that requires attention. Of course the two of us are familiar with what those issues are, and of course Eskom and its Mozambique equivalent EDM will sit and engage on those issues. But what is important for us is that as we resolve all of the above, it's important that we are able to get additional megawatts onto the grid, and we are very grateful to Minister Zacarias and the people of Mozambique, strengthening the fraternal relationships. We are pressure in solidarity, and I think we are able to illustrate that that can manifest in many ways. And of course the energy situation is the most immediate issue that requires attention, and we are very grateful that they will be able to get this additional 100 megawatts with a prospect of 600 megawatts in 6 months, and of course an additional 1,000 or so in the long term.
But just how much will all these new projects cost an already strained fiscus?
It's a conversation, Eskom and the Eskom equivalent. But all that we can tell you that this will not cost to what it's costing us to burn the diesel that we are burning. So it's important that we have that appreciation. But there's something.
But there's 100 megawatts coming. What, presumably said soon, maybe next week or in the coming weeks. How much is that costing? That's still money that we technically don't have.
Yes, the South African economy, one stage of load shedding is 300 billion rands. We are losing over 600,000 jobs in the last calendar year. In the current calendar year, at the intensity of load shedding, potentially could lose 800,000 jobs. The South African economy is on its knees. So you see, this is a very difficult situation. You resolve load shedding, then there's new questions. You don't resolve load shedding, then there's permanent questions.
Our neighbors in the north have also indicated that it's inviting South Africa to participate in upcoming projects in gas and thermal power as a part of other renewable energy options that will tie in with the Just Energy Transition Plan.
We have a very big hydropower potential in the country, and some of the energy that we supply today to South Africa comes from Cabarabasa, from more than 30 years. And we have new projects that are being developed that we believe, and we have invited the government of South Africa and different actors and entities from South Africa to participate, which is in Panankua, and we have discussed the ways how to increment the cooperation and participation of both countries in that project. We also have other sources of energy in Mozambique, and as you know, Mozambique holds very big reserves of gas resources. We have projects that supply electricity to the country based on gas, and we are developing now a 450 megawatt thermal station in Temane.
Ramokgopa also confirmed that the R1 billion debt owed to South Africa by Mozambique will be part of the discussions between the two nations' power utilities as the budgets get finalized. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Ziyanda Ngcobo at the Union Buildings.